Hi guys, I'm Nikita and you're watching the Happy Hoot. Well, if you're wondering that few days ago when I posted my video I was telling it is so cold outside and now I'm not wearing a pullover, then I might tell you that I just got lucky that the temperature rose from 4 degrees to 13 degrees, but thanks to the beautiful clouds that it has been raining ever since. It's raining the whole day and you cannot do literally one thing outside. It's not like raining normally, it's like raining cats and dogs. If that is even a say in English, at least. Maybe it is. Okay, but that's not the idea behind this video. The idea behind this video is that I want to share something with you. Whenever you start something new, you really have fears and you do sometimes few things that you don't know are right or wrong. Sometimes they're right and successful, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're like in the middle. Sometimes you are so sure that you are going to do something new and this is going to work out and it doesn't work out, or it works out but then you realize that something that you actually didn't do would be better than doing this. Has it ever happened with you? Like with me during my PhD, it happens almost all the time, like really all the time. But my PhD is again not the idea behind making this video. The idea behind making this video is I would like to share with you certain things that I did unknowingly or knowingly before coming to Germany, and after I came here and I experienced them, when I really saw what are the outcomes of those things, I realized that they were really mistakes. It's okay, we're all human, we make mistakes and it's fine. I mean, I don't regret making those mistakes because now I have experiences that I can share with you guys so that you guys don't repeat those mistakes. So without any further ado, let's go to the video where I talk about mistakes I did before coming to Germany. Number 1, I did not attend orientation course. Well, my reason for not attending orientation course was not that I decided not to, but unfortunately I had some visa issues and that's why my visa got delayed. And by the time I got my visa, the orientation course deadline was over, and by the time I arrived in Germany, the orientation course itself got over. So back then I didn't really think that maybe it's a big deal that I missed the orientation course, but when I came here and after living for 6 months, I realized it was really one of the bad ideas. Like it was not even my decision. My visa got late, but it was really tragic because 1, I didn't get to meet all the international students all at once in the initial weeks when I came, because since I missed, and when I came 2 weeks later the lectures started, so I didn't really get time to get acquainted with the other international students. 2nd, I didn't get used to the culture of Germany, which is basically the main idea behind the orientation course. Like many universities, the idea behind an orientation course is to make you get used to the society, the culture, the finances, and a lot of other aspects of the new country that you were unaware of. If you were going to a university that offers you orientation course, just don't give it a second thought and take it. Often students think that we might save some money of the orientation course and it will not bring us something and we anyway will get used to things. Yes, you will anyway get used to things. But what is with all this money saving when you are experiencing so much by paying a decent amount? Okay, they're not cheap, they're okay, it's fine, but you really should think the experience you gain when you attend an orientation course. Number 2, student apartment. Unfortunately, again, it was not my decision not to book a student apartment because since my visa got late, I came to Germany late, and because of that, by the time I actually registered for booking an apartment, every student apartment was gone. I had to go to a private building that belonged to a private person and not the university, though it wasn't this bad. I mean, it wasn't an unfortunate situation that I went to such a place to stay. The only drawback I realize now is that since it was a private building and the apartments were private, belonging to different owners, there were not so many students like in a student apartment. And again, in the initial few weeks, I really felt alone to an extent that I absolutely stopped going outside. I didn't make friends. I almost was sitting every evening home and doing probably nothing. Of course, with the time I made friends, I attended lectures with them, I did exercises with them, but the initial few weeks that could have been better having a student apartment did not work out with me. So if you have an option of booking a student apartment and staying in a place where there are other students around, then please opt for that place, unless you really want to really really stay alone and don't want any disturbances. Number 3, exercising in groups. This was whole and soul my decisions. Throughout my bachelor's, I rarely exercised, like not workout exercises, but solving exercise problems from the lectures in groups. Like I was a very strong believer of studying alone. Probably I still am. Like you should study alone. You should really prepare for exams alone. But that does not mean that you should forbid yourself from solving exercises with your friends. Like think about it. If you make a group of 3 or 4, then there might be a student who's extremely intelligent or intellectual, and he or she knows a certain idea or certain solution to solve an exercise faster. So this student would help you not only in solving exercises faster, but you might be able to use the same methodology during the exams. Or think about it the other way around. If you are the most intellectual person and clever person in your group, then you can actually share your ideas and your ways of solving exercises quicker or from a different way with other people. And after all, sharing is caring. And that's what knowledge is all about. You have to share things with other people and help other people share their experiences and their abilities with you. Whenever you go to a lecture and you know that there are exercises to be solved, make a group. Even if there are no exercises, make a group. Study together. Have a timetable where you study on your own and then go with a group and discuss your problems or help solve other people's problems. This will not only help you understand teamwork, but it also will help you in gaining perspective towards the subject or helping other people gain the perspective towards theirs. Number 4, I didn't travel. I cannot put more focus on this word than anything else. I personally see this as one of my biggest regrets that I didn't travel during my education time. I know a lot of students come abroad to study with a certain financial budget. It's difficult, I know. But if you feel like you have a financial stress and that's the only reason why you cannot travel, then go find a job. It could be a job that helps you gain experience in your own field, like in university, or it's okay to have a job that has nothing to do with university, that is a restaurant, because then you also gain experience by talking to people, plus you earn money. Most importantly, when you're a student, you really are not bounded with certain things like X number of days for holidays in this period. Or if you take holidays for this in this period, then your money will be deducted. You're free. You can take holidays anytime. I don't recommend you to take holidays during exams or during lecture time, but find 2 weeks in a year, which is, I am sure, not difficult to find, where you can just go out, relax, and detox yourself. Most importantly, if you are a student who just came abroad to study, then this is the time to explore the things around. When are you otherwise going to do it? And job is never making it easier. Trust me. It's never. Last but not the least, I missed internship. Well, I would say that I didn't go for internship. In my university, you are, at least in master course, you are offered n number of internship. Like there are so many students I know who during their masters in computer science went to USA for 6 months, did an internship where they were even given a financial support. Like every month they were getting X dollars and they were spending some Y dollars and they were really saving some dollars, like depending upon the lifestyle. The reason why I didn't do internship, because back then I thought that no, I just came to do my master's, so I have to focus on my master's and studies and finish them ASAP and just get a job or a PhD in my case. What I didn't think of, that this time is not going to come back again. I will never have an opportunity where I go to a different country for 6 months when I'm paid for my expenses, where I gain so much experience about how other people are working. I get so much to learn and travel and come back and continue my studies. So if you're studying in a university, then make sure that you go grab this information if there are any sorts of internships allowed or offered in your university or your department and what is the procedure, blah blah blah, and take that opportunity. Don't miss it. Well, those were the 5 tiny silly mistakes that I did before coming to Germany and while studying in Germany. And I hope that my experiences helped you guys, because a wise man said you should learn from the mistakes of the other people. I mean, that doesn't mean that you should make your own mistakes. You should, because that even broadens your spectrum of mistakes and experiences. But sometimes you should really learn from others, because the time that's gone is never going to come back. The only things that are coming back are regrets. Damn, that was something deep. Okay, so think about that, guys. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go subscribe it right now. Press the bell icon and write in comments how did you find this video, and tell me what are your silly tiny mistakes that you did before going abroad, and now because you started to work, you realize, damn. Have a good day, good evening, good night, or whatever time you're watching this video. Much love.